Hi, my Scorpios, it's CJ, and we are here to do the March Equinox energy readings. This is a 6-month reading. It is the start of the new year with the sun going into Aries, the reset of the astrological calendar. Lots of newness happening here. It's very exciting. Also, with this equinox energies, there is change afoot. The change can be universal, can be spiritual, can be personal. It will resonate with everyone in a different way. I will be doing multiple decks. Everything has a message. They all kind of work together, or will work together, or should work together, I should say. At least they have been. It is a little bit lengthy. It's about 40-45 minutes, so stay with me to the end to get all of the messages. I would also suggest, because of the length of the time period, is to save the reading and check back if you can every now and again. In particular, after the monthlies occur, you could go and see how the energy of the month is corresponding with the energy that was related on a universal level for the equinox. Realize I was going to do month to month, so from March through September, and Spirit was like, no, we're going to do an overall reading using Sacred Path, animal spirits. We will then get a theme for love and money. We'll see the overarching energy through the White Witch Tarot, do a tarot reading, and then also finish with the White Light Oracles. And many times, 99%, the messages from the oracles are healing from what we've had in the tarot reading. So let's just get with this and see how Scorpio is going to fare this next 6 months. Regardless, as I said, the change is happening. Change is always scary, but many times for the better, as we align ourselves not only universally to our next highest collective self, but individually as well. So these are special readings. So I use different decks and different cards. Thank you. Power Place, Earth Connection, Empowerment. I didn't see that card. Beautiful. Where is your power place? There are a few of the decks. I will read the application, the healing, or the definition as needed. That's what makes the reading a little bit longer. So I pulled usually 2, thank you, of each card. But in some cases you get 3, such as yours. Storyteller. Oh, this is adorable. This is what came out in Virgo's reading. Libra's reading. And this is about expansion and success coming your way. Power Place and Field of Plenty. Oh my goodness. Look at that abundance. Ideas and needs being manifested. Wow. Field of Plenty. Very similar to Empress energy. Right? All right, so we're going to put this here. Hopefully you can still see that. And now I'm going to pull some animal messages, and then we'll go ahead and read this first section, the applications of each one of these. There is a huge teaching with these decks, but we're not going to get into that. That's maybe a reading I'll do where we really get into each deck and explain what their gifts are and what they provide and teach us. In this case, Jamie Sam's Sacred Path, and this is the animal spirit messages. There's many fun ways of reading this, also figuring out your totem animals with these decks, what they mean, what medicine you carry. But for today, we're looking at Scorpio's March Equinox energies for the next 6 months and how they relate to Power Place, Storytelling, and Field of Plenty. You're the first sign to get so much abundance. Owl, 21. Deception. Okay, way too many cards. But the owl is also being able to see. It's wise. But it can often indicate some deception around you. So we're going to see where that goes in a minute. Rabbit. This can be fear. Also, if you want to look at it as abundance, rabbits replicating quite quickly. Okay, thank you. And coyote. Number 13, your number with death. But coyote means coyote is the trickster. And this is an ability to laugh at yourself, as well as there could be somebody around you, maybe playing tricks. We'll see. You have 21 and 3 already, so that's 3 and 3, because 21 adds up to a 3. So let's put these aside. I wasn't going to pull 3 cards, but I did because we had 3 energies with the sacred path. Let's see what the applications are and how this is going to relate with these animal messages as we move forward. Right now I'm not seeing a connection, but we might check that out as we go through the reading. Field of Plenty. Oh no, Storyteller was first, so let's go with Storyteller. Teaching. Okay, application. Here we go. The Storyteller speaks of expansion. You are now growing and encompassing many new ideas if you've received this card. See which area of expansion needs your attention and feed your personal fire of creation. Create more and enjoy the expansion knowing you earned it. Note that the expansion will continue if you are willing to share how you received your success with others. Many lives are influenced by another's story. In the good fortune of your present situation, you may be instrumental in encouraging others. In all cases, expansion occurs when people are allowed to grow at their own rate and with their own understanding. The wisdom of the storyteller is part of the art of remembering. Note that you are now remembering your personal medicine and how to be your potential. This is coming into such a great state of awareness for yourself and in your world. Now I'm going to go, because this is success. It's a card of success with this expansion. I'm going to go right to the Field of Plenty, and then I'll read the power place. Since this is very similar. Are you ready? The cornucopia is full of an abundance of ideas, talents, clothing, experiences, food, companions, and feelings that will serve the needs of the children of Earth. If the Field of Plenty card has appeared, you are being assured that what you need at this time is manifesting. Your needs will be met. Give thanks now before your needs are met. Show great mystery, the trust you have in your process, dropping any doubt, becoming childlike again. Do not limit the manner in which this physical manifestation occurs. Original source operates in mysterious ways, placing the perfect people, places, and things on our paths to be our answers to true needs. We are asked to recall the differences between true needs and material crutches, which are mere illusions of happiness. In all instances, the Field of Plenty reminds us of our divine right to have our prayers answered and our needs met. So this is a great time of abundance for you, not only through the Field of Plenty, but through storytelling, which is the expansion. So the success and expansion is happening because your ideas and your needs are being met, or they're manifesting. And what Spirit is saying is to tell the story. And if you realize through the teachings, through these books, that all of these histories, these wealths, these quote unquote miracles that occurred would be shared through storytelling, so it would be passed on, and people would learn from each other, right? So that's the gift of teaching and storytelling when you have these gifts. How did you get there? What did you do? Was this something you actualized, visualized? Combination of both? Like, what was your story? How do I get there? The big part of this Field of Plenty is coming from a state of grace, though, understanding, allowing the flow. As you hear the words of great mystery and whatnot, that is the universe, that is allowance, that is just trusting, that's being in the flow. All the similar words that you hear in tarot or spiritual readings, and they're just repeated in a much more first person's way. Okay, so now let's go and look at power plays. My bad, staring right at me. This is very important. So So I wanted to read this separate because Storyteller and Field of Plenty, although they're two different cards, they're both 11s. So as I often say, I'll show you the synchronicities when they occur, but I save the numerology to the end. So a 38 is an 11 and a 29 is an 11. Two master numbers, 1111, awakening code right there. Okay. Number 7, another very spiritual number. Let's see what we have here with our power place. Here we go. Past the teaching. Here's the application. You ready? You are seeking a way to become a catalyzer of certain life events if you have chosen the power place card. Being the catalyzer in any situation means you are commanding your talents to affect some kind of result. This ability is learned through the earth connection. Your body can conduct energy you need to create the desired outcome if you allow the Earth Mother to feed you the extra voltage. Find a personal power place and call upon the 4 elements through prayer of gratitude. Then you can command your talents for good and infect the effects, the empowerment of manifestation. In doing so, your needs will be met. Oh my, where did that come from? Both Storyteller and Field of Plenty, but it's being generated by you. In doing so, your needs will be met. You can make it happen by using your creativity and receiving the energy from the Earth Mother. Remember that you are a catalyzer and are totally responsible for your personal empowerment. Right? So that's why I saved this for the end, because here you have the 2 cards of needs being met, manifestation, expansion, success. And the first card out was this earth connection and empowerment, grounding and tapping in to the resources of the crystal divas, the center of the earth's energy, Mother Gaia, think Empress, and you're calling forth in your power place, wherever that may be, all of this manifestation that is now being gifted to you. See how that worked? Isn't that beautiful? Okay, let's go and see what our animal medicines want to say. Again, I will not read the entire teaching. I will just read from the moment it says if you pulled this card, so that you can see what those messages are. And then we'll see how they align. If they do with this, they may align to something in the actual tarot reading. So yes, the coyote is the trickster. And he's actually very sacred. It's a very sacred energy. If you cannot laugh at yourself and your crazy antics, you've lost the game. Coyote always comes calling when things get too serious. The medicine is in laughter and joking so that the new viewpoints may be assumed. Right? This is... Think of Wile E. Coyote, for those of you who are old enough to remember. He always was conspiring to get the Roadrunner, right? And in his own zealousness, he managed to blow himself with the Acme, whatever it was that he had. He was always playing a trick on himself. And the art of life is being able to realize that when we get too serious, sometimes we need that moment of joy, and we have to be able to laugh at ourselves in order to move forward and break up that energy. This is a great lesson. There is so much here I want to read to you, but I'm just literally going to say this is sort of the practical joker energy. This is trickster medicine. This is where you're trying to be so cool in your heels and a dress. Women know what I'm talking about. You think you look all that, and you're walking down the steps, and boom, you trip and fall. Or you break a heel, or you realize you've smeared makeup all over yourself somewhere. And with guys, something very similar. Like you think you're great, you're looking hot, you're feeling yourself, you walk out the door, you have something in your teeth. If you can't laugh at yourself, that is where you take things too seriously. A trick is played on you, and your reaction is what sets forward the next lesson. Are you releasing it? Are you laughing? Are you enjoying yourself? Are you realizing the ridiculousness of the situation? Or are you going to stay really stern and call in more of that to happen to you until you learn to lighten up? That is the trickster medicine. Okay, so let's go to Owl. There are many times practical jokes happen, and I'm always like, okay, Coyote, I get it. I have to laugh. Many times I play them on myself, you know. Here we go. So owl is deception. Owl, magic, omens, time and space. So we shall see. Athena, the goddess of wisdom, had a companion owl, and on her shoulder, which revealed unseen truths to her. Owl had the ability to light up Athena's blind side, enabling her to speak the whole truth as opposed to half of a truth. Right, so as I mentioned, sometimes you'll see me, if I notice in the cards that there's an owl, and in particular like the Queen of Air with the owl, I often refer to her as the goddess Athena because that is the representation. Now, if you've pulled the owl card, you are being asked to use your powers of keen, silent observation to intuit some life situation. Owl is befriending you and aiding you in seeing the total truth. Owl can bring you messages in the night through dreams or meditation. Pay attention to the signals and omens. The truth always brings further enlightenment. So what a gift this is for Owl to be here to help you see both sides of the story, right? To understand both sides, to see things coming that others will not, to know if someone is coming to play a trick on you or whether or not, you know, for harm or for good, right? Number one. But number two, also, I feel like you are going to get so many messages, omens, and downloads that you're as you're tapping into your power place, that you're going to see where all these successes are coming, and Owl Medicine is here to help you with that. All right, so let's look up Rabbit. This has to do with fear, so we're going to take a peek at this. And there's a whole story about Rabbit, but I'm going to go again and read this from the lesson point of view. So here is the lesson. If you pulled the rabbit, stop talking about horrible things happening and get rid of the what if in your vocabulary. Excuse me. This card may signal a time of worry about the future or of trying to exercise your control over that which is not yet in form. The future. Stop now. Excuse me. Write your fears down and be willing to feel them. Breathe into them and feel them running through your body into Mother Earth as a giveaway. So give away any fears, any worry, any doubts. Tap into that power place energy, release it, and let it go. There is no place for doubt or fear in your energy while you're calling in all of this beautiful manifestation and abundance. Right? So now you see where these, the medicine of these animals has supported us. Okay. Now I'm going to pull your love messages. Let's see what our romance angels would like to tell us. We might get some more energy for the animal spirits through these. We'll see. Okay, thank you. Didn't even need to shuffle. They dropped right out. Let go of control issues. Allow the situation to unfold naturally. It's number one of the energies. And two, soulmate. Yes, this is your soulmate. So it's ironic. Out of all of the cards that come in, these two come out almost the most. I would say 70% of the time in these readings I've been doing. The answer is yes, you have a soulmate. Perhaps it's somebody coming. Maybe that is part of what you're worried about. Write those fears down. Feel the energy. Release it, right? It's like feel the fear. Do it anyway. Feel the fear. Release it. Don't hold on to it. Because if you do, then that's you act as the timid rabbit, right? But for here, that's where letting go of the control issues come from, right? Letting that energy go. And here with your soulmate, you have so much abundance to tap into. Allow yourself to do so. If you have an inkling, the answer from the universe was just given to you. All right, now we're going to pull some energy for your money and career. Let's see what the Maruka X deck would like to tell our Scorpios for the March equinox. We get two themes, unless they give us more, for money and career during the next 6 months. As I said, I do love note readings every month. I also do money and career and the monthly readings. So you may want to check in each of those and see how those are relating to you as far as this energy. This is a larger, bigger, macro, Jupiter size image of what's happening in the energy. The monthly readings, money, career, and love, are specific to that time period. I know you know that, but thank you. Designer. There's a lot of creative energy happening with my people. Designer, you are being called to tune in to your own individuality and express yourself. A career in fashion, art, or any artistic endeavor could be just for you. Get creative with your finances, perhaps in time to discover a new talent. Designer. There you go. Vogue, right? Beautiful. Love that. Strike a pose. All right, let's see. You will need to find some answers for all this money and abundance, or whatever, is needed that's coming your way through the field of plenty and your expansion. So getting creative with your finances is quite practical as well, right? Persistence. Your efforts have not gone unnoticed. Success is just around the corner. Follow through with what you set out to do consistently until you reach your goal. Hard work is required to keep building on your finances. This is about working your goal, mind on your money on your mind, putting forth the career, putting forth the energy that you want, whether it's a side hustle, a different business, your own business, whatever it might be. Persistence in your career, but money also. So, and that's why I'm being specific about mind on your money on your mind, because this is exactly the money deck, money and career deck. So your persistence in your work, in your manifestations, in your goals, you're aligning yourself with the energy that you need to align yourself with in this power place. Okay. Here we go. Let's do the overall energy from the White Witch Tarot. This is Major Arcana only. It is going to give us our theme for the tarot energy. Oh my goodness. It is good to be a Scorpio during this equinox time. Look at you. The Sun. The happiest card in the deck. Blessings of blessings coming forth to you. You are in your manifestation. Look at this beautiful. The Sun. You have this yellow and orange here. The yellow and orange again. This is solar plex chakra. This is the Sun chakra. So much light and energy coming into your world, Scorpio, in this equinox time. Wow. Okay. Being blessed by the universe, like threefold. It's just gorgeous. All right, let's see what our our Dreams of Gaia want to say. The Dreams of Gaia are by Raven Fallon, and this is a very unique deck. Extra cards per suite. It also has life path energies and positions that are not what you see in a regular deck. So as we go through, you might notice them. I don't use this deck regularly. The Scribe, this is writing down. This is knowledge. This is written record. The Scribe, speaking of, there you are, the 12 of air. This is your energy. We'll pull a challenge, advice from Spirit, and outcome. Oh gosh, okay. 9 of Cups. Now that flew and I picked it up and I wasn't sure if it was upside down or not, but for me I feel like that should be reversed in the challenge position, meaning you're tapping into all this energy, but since I didn't really see it, I can't speak to it, so we're going to leave it there. I may read it reversed because everything here is pointing to you receiving your wish fulfillment. All right, let's see. Advice from Spirit, please. See why I'm at my desk? I need all this extra room for all the cards. I'm not home at my big table yet, so I'm using the space as best I can. Here we go. Let's see. Thank you, Scorpio, or March Equinox energies. Yeah, okay. They're telling me this is reversed. I wasn't going to do it until I pulled the rest of the cards, but... So when your Nine of Cups is reversed, it means you are tapping into your wish fulfillment in the challenge position. Now, if this wasn't in a challenge position, it would mean you're blocking your blessings, or your wishes are stalled, or whatever the other cards are around it. But thank you, Spirit. All right, can we now get to the rest of the cards? Scorpio, please. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. March, thank you. March Equinox. Here we go. Knowledge, gaining knowledge, wisdom. This is also with the scribe, writing. Three of Cups, more knowledge. Interesting. Queen of Earth, look at you coming into your pentacles. Look at you tapping into that energy. The Seven of Swords. I'll read these because they are slightly different in some cases. Notice you have knowledge and you have scribe. Actually, you have the most lower or minor arcana than anyone. I mean, because this is really dealing with your abundance here. And the knowledge that you're gaining or that you learn. You know, the work that you're putting into it. Let's see. Advice from Spirit. Integrity. Okay. These are so... All right. Thank you. I knew there were cards there. They just wouldn't come out of my hands. So, you have some bonuses, right? Queen of Water here. King of Earth. Here you have your king and queen. This is a couple, but it could also be two people also in the same energies. Integrity, the counselor, and oh my gosh, Ace of Swords. Ace of Swords, Ace of Air in this deck. And this, again, is a gift of communication, higher knowledge. There's great information to download for you to receive in your power place as you release these things with the owl here. There is so much knowledge for you to gain. All right, I'm going to read to you a couple of the bullet points from the Gaia deck so you can understand the differences in here and what a scribe is versus something else. But you are gaining such knowledge. Really, Spirit is giving this to you. And in male and female form, your divine, feminine, masculine is balanced here. You're in this nurturing energy, but you also have the actioning with the knowledge to gain all of this, but in a very nurturing, emotional way. Here, the counselor, the ace of... Yeah, it's just, wow, really beautiful. Okay, I know I'm getting ahead of myself. Let me stop. Let's stop. And let's just go read a couple of these. Wow. Okay. The scribe, which is the 12 of air. I think air is the last. No, water is the last. Scorpio, so cool. 12 of air. This is your energy, the scribe. Record keeping, information, knowledge, tradition, history, personal history, preservation, and of course then censorship. Look for unbiased sources, be objective, and seek multiple perspectives. Visit the library archives. Value the written word by writing things down. Excuse me. Now, knowledge and knowing what's coming on both sides, everything around you, right? Writing things down, speaking, feeling the fear, and releasing it and transmuting it as a giveaway to Mother Earth. Do you see where the cards then are represented in another archetype? This is the actual physical writing of dreams, of thoughts, of fears, of processes, of intents and goals and manifestations. The practice of dream journaling, of intention writing, of automatic writing, any number of things that relate to thought and physical action. And it can be in manifesting your Queen of Cups energy here, Queen of Earth energy here. Really grounded, fertile, abundant. This is you, and in the King energy with this field of plenty. Empress energy almost, with her just birthing her, and her beautiful crown is full of grapes and acorns, seeds that she's planting and growing, and flowers and manifestations of all sort. This is great abundance right here, feeling that. And perhaps this is you writing. The energy I'm feeling is your manifestations, and you're writing this down. And as you receive gifts, you're writing them down in gratitude also, and maybe sharing the information with others as a storyteller. Remember, storyteller, scribe. The scribes back in the day were those that we're learning our history from now, who had written word and wrote down the things that happened at court, the things that happened in the church, the things that happened in the community, those who were educated who would go back and write our history before it was told through verbalization. Once there was a written language, it all came through the scribe. Now, with the Nine of Cups in reverse, as I said, that is now you attaining your higher. If you look here, we know Nine of Cups is wish fulfillment, right? And this one, she is really getting a higher attainment. But as I was shuffling, my guides were like, no, that's reverse. They are receiving, because it's a challenge position. So in the reverse, it becomes an upright card. And now, the 7. Here we are again with this Nine of Cups and higher. This is spirituality, religion, politics, personal dogma, fundamentalism, indoctrination, kindness, if not what we believe, but how we believe. Lift others up. Do what you believe. Does what you believe make you kinder? Are you willing to lose another for your beliefs? There are many ways, not just your way. Educate. Don't indoctrinate. Seek a kind approach and moderate fundamentalist beliefs. This symbolizes the realm of spiritual beliefs. This is a challenge. This is one of the challenges for you. So with the Nine of Cups in this reversed, or Nine of Water, this is you receiving all this manifestation. With the Nine of Water in reversed, along with this 7, it can also be you're not tapping into your spiritual beliefs, and you're having difficulty separating what you believe and offering that as an alternative way of conversation versus enforcing it as a way of being in your home, in your life, with your friends, however you want to see that. So there's a little bit of a challenge here with integrating your spiritual beliefs and keeping them as if it's not for everyone. It's your belief, but it may not be everybody's belief. And as you move forward, you're getting the advice from Spirit is to seek more knowledge. Number 9, seek knowledge. King of Earth, King Midas, abundance. Someone who you know you can always go to and has an answer for everything, can fix everything. You need this, I got it. You want this, I got it. That kind of person. But queens are feeling, kings are actioning or controlling. But I really feel like this grounded energy from the king is where you're going to seek your knowledge. It's both earth energy. He's in the forest learning. He's surrounded by the forest, learning from a sage, a teacher of some sort. That's what Spirit's advice is here. Learning, there's more than one pathway. There's more than one way. It does not need to be your way, the way you believe. So when you're writing what it is that you believe and how you're manifesting, remember to keep an open mind. Remember what it said in here about not holding on to a particular way of receiving your gifts? The same exists right here. Now your outcome is in this beautiful Three of Cups. And we know that, excuse me, this is not Three of Cups, this is Three of Swords. The Three of Swords. In this case, it represents knowledge. Seeking. Look at him looking through the book. This is sort of that conflict that you would normally have with the Three of Swords, which you see with the heart and slashing, the life out of you, basically, pain. That is not what it is in this. So, I will read this for you. Three of Air. Education, talent, study, willingness, guides, teachers, comprehension, communication, storytelling, and perception. Right? This is also, again, lessons repeat until we understand. Expand your mind. Every experience offers a lesson. This is also in fear, releasing and letting it go. Education is a lifelong process. So there is something here about knowledge and educating yourself in a grounded, natural set. I know that's not going to relate for everybody, though. Okay, so what they just showed me was camp. For those who went to camp or who might still be camping, the things that you learned from the universe, the things that your camp counselors might have taught you. There are different things that you learn when you're out in nature than what you learn in school, right? And that's the feeling that I'm getting. This is universal. This is earth energy that you're learning from. This is how things work in the universe. Not, while there are books here, the knowledge can be esoteric. It's not all written word, right? Queen of Water. Tapping into that intuition along here with the counselor. The counselor's right before the queen. The counselor would be that trusted advisor who would give advice to the royal family. And again, if you're looking and seeking knowledge, and your teacher could be someone that is that counselor who loves you, who is emotional, who's connected, but can give you the advice that you need. Also a nurturing energy right here with the queen, an intuitive energy as well. So you would have the moon and the sun. You will be in your integrity. I feel you're very you hold yourself to a very high standard, and that energy is here all around you. Such as the scribe and the counselor would. They would act with integrity, because if they didn't, they'd be done. In many cases, heads chopped off, killed, burned at the stake, whatever the methods were of the day. I know it sounds barbaric, but that was it, depending on, they could have just been expelled from court and released somewhere, never to come back again, outcast. You just never know, depend on the ruler and the time. But the ultimate message for you right here is this Ace of Swords. There is knowledge. There is some kind of beautiful spiritual gift with this Ace of Air, the sun, this integrity, the knowledge, the scribe. You have so many teachers here, and yet the universe itself is giving you new ideas, personal truths, paradigms, originality, individualization, motivation, choices, and belief. A new personal ideology. And that is repeated over and over again. Fact and genuine knowledge. Unlearn and let go. Honor personal truths. Know your mind. Why do I giggle at unlearn and let go? That is, let's say you learned a science lesson, or you learned something about, I don't know, ecology in class, and then you go to camp and you realize that half of what you learned isn't what's really happening out in the streams or in the forest or in any of those things. It's a different kind of knowledge. And that is what Spirit is, and this energy of the equinox is calling you to. This energy is asking you to look at things from so many different perspectives here with the owl. Are you going to stay trapped in what you know? Or are you going to laugh and explore and expand and look at things from different perspectives. Unlearn. Coyote energy is very big on this. You know, I didn't realize the connection until I was just talking about that. Coyote is unlearning behaviors. The reason the trickster happens and the reason we get caught up in our own words and it's like, oh my gosh, wow, I was a fool. I was wrong about that the whole time, whatever it might have been. Learning to unlearn, laugh at ourselves, realize that what we know isn't all that we know, that isn't all that there is. There's so much more for you here. Scorpio, this is an absolutely amazing reading. Not only are you receiving blessings that you've created and manifested in your power place, but you're unlearning truths that you would have sworn were really the end to be all. This is it. This is the way. This is like unlearning years of religious training, unlearning years of spirituality that was not for your highest good, unlearning history that was written incorrectly, learning that there's so much more to the universe in whatever form that you want to learn that in. But it's not only a knowledge quest for you, but it's coming in a very grounded, abundant way. It might be through the gifts that you're receiving. And you're emotionally satisfied. It's emotionally rewarding with the cups here, the counselor and the queen of water. Regardless, not only are you giving a gift of new knowledge and new ideas from the ace, the sun is blessing you. Your beginning and end card with this energy is of grace and gifts from both. Gifts from the divine. Absolutely beautiful. All right, I'm going to move on to the white light oracles now. Let's see how they want to add to this absolutely magical reading. And then I will pull any numerology that makes sense. I've given you a few numbers already, but these also have numbers, so we're going to wait. This is the Spirit Wolf, and this is the White Light Oracle by Alana Fairchild. Highly spiritual cards, lots of healing energy, might be frequencies, goddesses, star beings. You never know what's going to come through here. But these are the energies that work in white light healings. And since we are not in a regular reading, we are looking at the higher purpose energies from above through this equinox time. Thank you, Spirit. Karma of KUTUHALA. Okay, and I will read this. I'm not really good at pronouncing those words. I should get better. I'm going to pull it. Oh my gosh, that's far too many. Thank you, though. So sorry. That was me. Have you noticed I have the smallest hands and I always like the larger decks? I don't know, it's just what I'm attracted to. I really need to get the tiny little ones, the mini ones. All right, thank you. Scorpio, Equinox readings, please. Final messages. Thank you. Thank you. Alcione, thank you. Thank you. All right, we have 3 for you, Scorpio. So we have the Karma of KUTUHALA. We have Epsilon Modulation. And then we have this was one of the cards that came out earlier, and I picked them all up. The Perfume of Sophia. Okay. So let us pull the White Light Oracle deck, and we are going to read these little healings that are in here. 43 came out first. Number 7. Did we have? I could have sworn I had a 43, but that's not here. No. Okay, there it is. Your sacred soul passion is powerful enough to shift the state of your inner reality and your outer experience. So commit to what truly ignites your heart and do not be dissuaded by anything or anyone. Your sacred soul passion is powerful enough to shift the state of your inner reality and your outer experience. What were we saying about you coming into a new realization of things? Do not be dissuaded by anything or anyone. If you are seeking to make a commitment, do so when it truly connects to your heart. Follow your genuine, meaningful bliss. Know that no matter what appears to be, you shall prevail. You shall arise. That's absolutely amazing. And corresponds exactly with what we were talking about. There is somewhat of an affirmation to say here. I will read it as an exercise that you can do. I will also post it in the description box, or attempt to. If I forget, please send me a message and I'll go in and put it back in. I call upon the heart wisdom of sacred passion and higher purpose. Now this is where you would sit with your hand on your heart, and this is what you're declaring to the universe. Okay. I call upon my heart wisdom of sacred passion and higher purpose. May I be granted, or may I be graced with the discernment to recognize what is true, valuable, authentic, and genuinely purposeful in my life. May I release all else with a sense of humor, hello coyote, and a willingness to recognize that I have learned something useful. All of this knowledge. I allow myself to be inspired rather than frightened by the passions of my heart. Rabbit. I choose to learn from what I love and be led through what inspires and excites me. I trust the passion in my heart is the same passion the universe has for me, and that the inspired, excited, curious feelings are cosmic breadcrumbs leading me along my rightful path. May all beings be guided lovingly to fulfill their highest divine destiny. And so it is. And this is the field of plenty also. So let us see the epsilon modulation. 28. And this is where I'm speaking of, where all the cards, sometimes you're wondering how they all tie together, and more cards tied together in that one healing from the White Light Oracles than in many others. Gather your energies and go within to regenerate. Let your actions match your inner rhythms rather than trying to force yourself to keep pace with external cues. Commit to your own natural timing and pace. As we ground and connect to your center, you will realize your spiritual power to be at cause in any situation of concern. You have such goodness and light within you. Let go of shaming or blaming. Embrace the spiritual beauty within. This is an interesting sentence. As you ground and connect to your center, you will realize your spiritual power to be at cause in any situation of concern. I have to dive into that a little bit more. Epsilon modulation. Power place again. Let's see if we have a healing. This is really more about bringing a peaceful energy field to yourself when you're in meditation. Yeah, this is just tapping into your inner self and connecting to self to release anything. As it says, gather your energies and go within to regenerate. Right? So that is modulating your energies. That is going into your earth connection power place as well. Your power place, tapping in, grounding. Beautiful. Another confirmation there. And the parfum of Sophia. Parfum. It's 12. Yes, thank you. I'm at 13, I'm at 14, there we go, 12. You ready? You will be able to sense the best timing and approach to take to create space for healing and resolution. Connect to your body and ground yourself in the here and now with body-friendly practices. You will find your way intuitively and instinctively, even though confusing circumstances where one moment you are sure the answer is no, and the next moment you are sure it is yes. My goodness, not only is it the grounding, but it's also the knowledge and the challenge here with knowing what you know, but then it's not an unlearning, right? Remember that, the unlearning. Oof. Give up trying to figure the answer out right now and remain open with positivity but relaxed expectation. That clarity shall emerge spontaneously according to divine timing. The perfume of Sophia, number 12. Let's see if there is any action to call upon. No. Connect to your body and ground and focus your energies in the here and now. This again is connecting to your power place. More and more confirmations here about connecting to your power place, your inner self, being able to laugh, releasing fears, the manifestations and the expansion of your world, whether that be in spirit, in knowledge, in finances, in monies, whether your teachers are grounded, whether you're learning from the earth. All of these beautiful messages are all about healing and expanding your mind and receiving your gifts. And all blessed through the aces of the divine and the sun itself. Scorpio, an amazing reading of energies that are around you for this equinox time period. And while this is expansive, it's a 6-month reading, remember, so you may need to come back and check into this quite a bit. All right, so I'm going to look now for those who are interested in the numerology. So hang on for me for just a second. So we already have 12 and 12 and 12. So you're going to see, you want to look up 12, 12, 12, 21, 21, 21. You're also going to look up repeating 2s and 1s. And when I say look up, you want to check into the numerology meanings, the angel or spirit meanings behind these numbers. Because the angel, the divine, your guides, others will be telling you, you might see 12, 12 on a clock. You might see 3, 3, 3 because they all break down to 3s. So we have 12, 12, 12, and 21, which reverts to a 12. Okay, so that's why repeating 2s and 3s, repeating 2s and 1s, which then brings you to 3, 3, rabbit is 3, 3. Well, let's do it this way. 3, 3. That's 3, 3, 3, 4 3s, 5 3s, 6 3s. It's 3, 3, 3 twice. Okay? Big ascended masters numbers, big knowledge, big, leveling up at in many ways. We have 2 queens, so we have the 4s. We will have 4 and 4. Coyote is 4. 4, 4, 4. And then, of course, we have the 11 and the 11. And then we have 9 and 9. 5 and 5. And 1 and 1. 28 adds to a 10. And here is another 1. So 11, 11. And that would be 4 1s. 5, 6 1s. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Many synchronicities here with the multiple numbers, the messages behind them. And, of course, we have 7 and 7, right? Karma and the 7 of Swords. So every card here corresponded with another number. So the numbers are synchronistic, the messages are synchronistic. Please excuse me, 7, power place is a 7, and also the karma card. So 7, 7, 7. Wow. Again, tons and tons and tons of synchronicities, knowledge, unlearning, manifestation, all of this beautiful energy. I suggest you go through it again and again, write down notes if you need to, if you're called to, and check into it every couple weeks or so after the other readings come out to see how it's playing out, if the energies are synchronized. Okay? Well, quite a long reading, Scorpio. I'm going to leave it there. I thank you so much for being with me. Love and blessings.